I want to talk also today a little bit about range. We've gone over this in the past, talking about training range and safety range, but I want to review this again from a few different perspectives. So I'm going to bring Sifu Carlos out here. So when we're talking about range, there's a few things we've discussed. One, take a left neutral stance. If he just barely steps in and throws that punch, and I'm at this wrist, that's what we consider the training range. And when he steps in super deep and I'm in by this elbow, this would be more of a reality range. So it's important to understand what range you're training at and make sure you're training at a safety range and a good training range first, and then picking it up to that reality range. And we've gone over that before, and I know everybody fully understands that. Simple enough, makes sense. What I want to discuss and make sure everybody really understands is the actual range as far as attacking goes too. And this is something we've gone over, but you really need to hammer this in a little bit and practice this to make sure you can implement it successfully. Now, take a fighting stance, any kind of fighting stance. So he's standing here many times. Let's just say actually put your hands down. And I want to take this guy's running his mouth off, or, you know, for some reason let's just say you're in a situation you can't get out of it, it's going to come down to it and you need to throw a punch. And you think, God, I could just step in and throw a good shot from here. But once again, here, I'm not really in a range to drop a good shot. I'm way too far out. Even if I took that step in, here, he's at the tail end of my reach. If I throw a kick here, he's at the tail end of my reach on that kick. So that's why Wing Chun, we become close range combat fighters. I can't do damage to my attacker from a far range. And I'm actually safer when he's attacking me at a closer range. Step into your stance, fighting stance, let's come out a little bit closer. So once again, let's just look at a punch. If I'm here and I go to throw that punch, I step and I go to throw that punch, he's not really getting my full extension. So when I punch, I really want to be here. So when I punch, boom, I'm going through my partner, through his head, punching through that target, right? So we need to get that close range. Something you can do with your partner is have them stand here and say, just stand there, I'm not going to hit you, and just look at this, look at your punch range, look at your punch range. And then when you're in here, you're going to feel like, wow, now I can cause some damage. Now I'm going to be able to deliver an effective punch. When we look at the kick range, the same thing applies. If I'm here, it looks like I can get a good kick in, but I'm really at the tail end of that. So I want to be in a little bit closer, so when I throw this kick, boom, I'm able to cause some damage to the leg. I don't want to just flick somebody. I want to punch through. I want to kick through. I want to kick back here, coming through the target. So range is extremely important to understand, realize where you need to be, and also from that safety perspective, slowly start throwing punches like circular, so just start swinging kind of random at me slowly. If he's swinging random and I'm backing up and he's moving in, and I'm constantly in this danger zone, right? I'm constantly in a place to take the maximum power. But as he throws that punch, if I'm moving in, I'm coming into that danger, right? I'm moving away from that danger. Throw a straight punch here. If I'm in close here and here, I'm getting away from this next danger, right? And this kind of goes back to that radial positioning area and working off of that blind side, getting away from the next danger. He throws this punch. Here, I know that's the next punch. I got away from that. I can keep hitting, beware of a spinning back fist. So the closer I am to him, throw a punch again. I come in here and I'm in close here. I'm in better place now, in close to hit, do damage. He's gonna have a tough time getting shots off, right? My strength, his strength. So it's very important to understand why we're close range combat fighters. We want to be in close because I can deliver devastating blows. My punches and kicks will be extremely effective from that close in range. We also want to be at close because then I can be in a position not only to deliver, but be in a position where I'm actually going to be in a safer place than constantly backing up and being in his power zone. It's all about position and placement. We're going to get into range more as we talk about following up, sparring, and all these wonderful concepts and Wing Chun things we have coming up in the works. But today I just wanted to drop those seeds, have you understand that, and just, since we're doing a theory discussion, really keep those elements of range in mind. Thank you.